Silas slammed the door to his childhood bedroom, the echo reverberating through the quiet suburban house in suburban Chicago. His parents' words still burned in his ears. "Why can't you be more like your sister? She's got her life together, heading to Northwestern on our dime, while you're wasting time with your choices." At 18, coming out as gay had turned his family into strangers, their favoritism toward Emily now a weapon sharpened against him. The room felt smaller than ever, posters of indie bands peeling from the walls, a stark contrast to Emily's pristine space downstairs, filled with trophies and acceptance letters. Silas sank onto his bed, staring at the ceiling, his mind racing back to the dinner table confrontation just moments ago. His father, a stern accountant named Robert, had laughed off Silas's mention of applying to colleges. Scholarships? For what? Art history? We already stretched the budget for Emily's tuition. Figure it out yourself, kid. His mother, Linda, a school teacher who prided herself on open-mindedness, had nodded along, her eyes avoiding his. It's not about your orientation, Silas. It's about responsibility. But Silas knew better. It was always about that. Since he came out 2 years ago during a tense family vacation in Florida, the air had shifted. Whispers at holiday gatherings, sidelong glances from relatives, and now this blatant inequality. Emily, 2 years older, had always been the golden child. Straight-A student, volleyball captain, destined for greatness. Silas, with his passion for literature and quiet demeanor, was the afterthought. He pulled out his laptop, fingers trembling as he typed LGBT scholarships into the search bar. A list popped up, but one caught his eye. The Horizon Foundation Award, a $100,000 scholarship for queer youth pursuing humanities, emphasizing personal essays on overcoming adversity. His phone buzzed. A text from Jordan, the guy he'd been talking to online for weeks. They met through a local LGBTQ+ forum, bonding over shared love for poetry and disdain for high school drama. "Hey, you okay?" That family dinner sounded rough. Silas smiled faintly, typing back, "Surviving. Wanna meet up tomorrow?" Jordan's reply was instant. "Absolutely. Coffee at that spot near the lake." The next day, under a crisp autumn sun, Silas met Jordan at the cafe overlooking Lake Michigan. Jordan was taller than expected, with messy brown hair and a warm smile that made Silas's stomach flip. They talked for hours about books, dreams, and the weight of unsupportive families. Jordan, from a more accepting home in the city, shared stories of his own coming out, lighter but still laced with vulnerability. "My parents were shocked at first, but they came around. Yours will too eventually." Silas shook his head. "Not if they keep pouring everything into Emily. She's off to college fully funded, and I'm scraping by with part-time jobs." As they walked along the shore, hands brushing accidentally, Silas felt a spark of something real. Jordan stopped, turning to him. "You deserve better, Silas. Apply for those scholarships. Show them what you're made of." Their first kiss happened there, tentative and sweet, the waves crashing as a backdrop. It was a moment of pure escape, but reality loomed. Back home, Emily was packing for Northwestern, her room a whirlwind of excitement. "I'm so jealous you're staying local," she teased Silas one evening. "No dorm drama for you." But her words stung. She knew the truth. He couldn't afford to go anywhere without aid. Tensions escalated at a family barbecue. Uncle Tom, ever the conservative, cornered Silas. "So, still into that gay stuff? It's a phase. Focus on school. Find a nice girl." Robert chuckled, clapping Tom on the back. "He's got time to sort it out." Silas's face burned, but he held his tongue, retreating to text Jordan, "Family sucks." Jordan called immediately. "Come over. My parents are out." At Jordan's apartment, they cuddled on the couch, watching old movies. "You're not alone," Jordan whispered, pulling him close. For the first time, Silas felt seen, not as the disappointing son, but as someone worthy. Yet doubt crept in. Was this relationship a distraction from his goals? He dove into his essay for the Horizon Scholarship, pouring out his story. The mockery, the favoritism, the quiet resilience. Being gay isn't a choice, he wrote, but choosing to thrive despite rejection is. Submitting it felt like a rebellion. Meanwhile, Emily's departure loomed, her parents beaming with pride. "We're investing in her future," Linda said over dinner. "She'll make us proud." Silas bit back a retort. "And what about me?" As winter set in, Silas balanced school, his job at a bookstore, and stolen moments with Jordan. Their relationship deepened. Late-night talks about fears, dreams of traveling together. But societal whispers followed. A classmate's slur in the hallway, a neighbor's judgmental stare. Silas confided in Jordan. "Sometimes I wonder if it's worth it, fighting this hard." Jordan held his hand. "It is, for us." The scholarship deadline passed, and anxiety gnawed at Silas. At home, the divide widened. Robert announced a family trip to celebrate Emily's first semester, without inviting Silas fully. "You've got work," he said dismissively. "Hurt." Silas turned to Jordan, who suggested a weekend getaway. In a cozy cabin upstate, they shared vulnerabilities. "My family thinks being gay means I'm flawed," Silas admitted. Jordan kissed his forehead. "They're wrong. You're perfect." Returning home, Silas found an email. He'd been shortlisted for the Horizon Award. Elation mixed with fear. What if his family found out? He kept it secret, focusing on the interview prep. Jordan coached him, role-playing questions. "Tell them your truth," he urged. The interview, via video from a queer center in the city, was intense. "How has adversity shaped you?" the panel asked. Silas spoke from the heart. "It's taught me empathy, resilience. But it shouldn't have to." Weeks blurred into months as Silas awaited the scholarship decision. His life a tightrope between hope and heartache. At school, rumors swirled. Someone had overheard his coming-out story, twisting it into gossip. Silas is the gay kid whose parents hate him. A whisper in the locker room. He ignored it, channeling energy into finals and Jordan. Their dates evolved. Picnics in the park, poetry readings at underground cafes. Jordan introduced him to his friends, a vibrant group of queer teens who welcomed Silas like family. "You're one of us now," a friend said, clinking glasses at a non-alcoholic gathering. But home was a battlefield. Emily visited for spring break, regaling tales of college life. Parties, classes. "It's amazing." Robert and Linda hung on every word, their faces glowing. When Silas mentioned his part-time job promotion, they brushed it off. "That's nice. But Emily's interning at a law firm already." The favoritism festered, especially when Silas overheard a phone call. "We're so proud of her." "Silas? He's figuring things out." He confronted them that night. "Why do you treat us differently? Is it because I'm gay?" Linda sighed. "It's not that simple. Emily worked hard." Robert added, "And you chose a harder path." The argument exploded. "Chose? Being gay isn't a choice," Silas yelled. Doors slammed, tears flowed. Jordan picked him up, driving aimlessly. "They're blind to their bias," Jordan said. In the car, they shared a quiet moment, hands intertwined. "I love you," Jordan whispered, the words hanging heavy. Silas's heart soared, his first love, amid chaos. Societal conflicts mounted. At a school assembly on diversity, a guest speaker praised LGBTQ+ rights, but backlash followed. Parents complained, emails flooded the principal. Silas, as part of the GSA club, defended it. "We need this," he argued in a meeting. But a conservative board member retorted, "It's pushing an agenda on kids." The debate raged online, local forums ablaze with opinions. Silas's name surfaced, tied to the gay agenda. He felt exposed, vulnerable. Jordan stood by him, attending rallies together. One evening, at a pride event in downtown Chicago, they marched hand in hand. Flags waved, chants echoed. But counter-protesters shouted slurs, their signs venomous. "This is what we're up against," Jordan said, squeezing Silas's hand. Back home, Silas's parents saw a photo online. Uncle Tom had shared it mockingly. "Your son's parading his lifestyle," the text read. Robert confronted Silas. You're embarrassing us. The fight was brutal. If Emily dated a guy, you'd celebrate. But me with Jordan? It's a problem. Linda teared up. We just worry about you. The worry felt like control. Silas distanced himself, spending more time at Jordan's. Their relationship tested boundaries, discussions on future, family. What if they never accept us? Silas asked. Jordan replied. Then we build our own family. But doubt lingered. Was love enough against societal tide? The scholarship notification arrived on a rainy April day. Silas stared at his phone. Congratulations. You've been awarded the Horizon Foundation Scholarship. $100,000. Shock, then joy. He called Jordan first. I did it. They celebrated with takeout, dreaming of colleges. NYU? Columbia? Jordan suggested. But telling his family loomed large. He chose dinner, heart-pounding. I got a scholarship. Full ride, $100,000. Silence. Emily, home for the weekend, gasped. That's incredible. Robert's face twisted. Pride? Jealousy? How? Silas explained. The essay on overcoming family rejection due to his sexuality. Linda paled. You wrote about us? The room erupted. You aired our dirty laundry? Robert thundered. Silas stood firm. It's my truth. Emily defended him. He's right. You've been unfair. The revelation cracked the facade. Relatives called, opinions divided. Aunt Sarah praised Silas. Proud of you, nephew. But Uncle Tom ranted. Scholarship for being gay? That's affirmative action gone mad. Online, the story leaked. Local news picked it up as Gay teen overcomes family bias with major award. Debates ignited. Was the scholarship deserved? Or identity-based handout? Forums buzzed with support and scorn. Silas fielded interviews, his voice steady. Jordan by his side, they navigated the storm. This is bigger than us, Jordan said. But internally, Silas wrestled. Had he betrayed his family for success? As summer approached, tensions simmered. Robert attempted reconciliation. We're happy for you, son. But words felt hollow. Linda suggested therapy. To understand better. Silas agreed cautiously. Sessions unearthed buried resentments. Robert's own strict upbringing. Linda's fear of societal judgment. We didn't mean to hurt you, they admitted. Yet progress was slow. At a family gathering, whispers persisted. Jordan attended, facing scrutiny. So, you're the boyfriend? Uncle Tom sneered. Jordan smiled politely. Yes, and proud. Silas beamed. But the undercurrent of disapproval lingered. Silas chose NYU, the city calling with promise. Packing, he reflected on choices. Standing up, loving openly. Jordan planned visits, their bond stronger. But questions nagged. Would family truly change? New York City buzzed with energy as Silas stepped off the train at Penn Station. His bags heavy with books and dreams. NYU's campus loomed ahead. A far cry from Chicago's suburbs. The $100,000 scholarship covered tuition. Housing, even a stipend, freedom he'd earned through pain. Jordan had seen him off at the airport, their goodbye kiss lingering. Call me every day, Jordan urged. Long distance loomed, but love felt resilient. Dorm life immersed Silas in diversity. Roommates from varied backgrounds, clubs for every identity. He joined the LGBTQ+ alliance, finding community. Classes in literature challenged him, professors praising his essays. Your voice is powerful, one said, but echoes of home haunted. Weekly calls with parents were strained. How's school? Robert asked stiffly. Great, Silas replied, omitting the pride parade he'd attended. Emily thrived at Northwestern, her updates via text supportive. Miss you. Bro, parents are talking about you more positively, but skepticism remained. A viral article about Silas's story amplified debates. Privilege or perseverance? Gay teen scholarship sparks controversy. Comments ranged from inspirational to he's playing the victim card. Silas engaged online, defending, It's about equality, not pity. Societal clashes intensified. A campus protest against anti-LGBTQ+ legislation drew crowds. Silas spoke at the rally. Families like mine need to evolve. Footage spread, reaching Chicago. Uncle Tom emailed, "Stirring trouble again?" Robert called, frustrated. "Why drag us into this?" Silas retorted, "Because it's real." The call ended abruptly. Jordan visited for fall break the city their playground. Walks in Central Park, shows on Broadway, moments of bliss. But distance strained. "I miss you," Jordan confessed over dinner. "Me too," Silas said. They discussed futures. Jordan applying to colleges nearby. "We'll make it work." Thanksgiving brought Silas home, a test. The table was set, Emily present. Conversations tiptoed around topics. "Proud of your award," Linda said tentatively. But when Jordan was mentioned, silence fell. "He's coming for Christmas?" Emily asked. Robert grunted. If he must. Progress or tolerance? The holiday unraveled. Relatives grilled Silas. "Scholarship because you're gay? That's not fair to straight kids." Aunt Sarah countered. "It's for overcoming obstacles." Debates heated, dividing the room. Silas felt like an exhibit. Jordan arrived, charming but tense. Uncle Tom's jabs. "So you too? Serious?" Jordan replied evenly, "Very." Dinner ended in awkwardness. Back at NYU, Silas poured emotions into writing. A short story collection on queer experiences. A professor encouraged publication. This could be big, but vulnerability scared him. Sharing drafts with Jordan. Feedback flowed, raw and honest. Their calls deepened intimacy, but jealousy crept. Jordan's new friends, Silas's busy schedule. Winter break escalated conflicts. At home, Robert announced, "We're cutting Emily's allowance. She needs to learn independence." Emily protested. "But you funded everything before." Silas saw irony, his success prompting change. "Is this because of me?" he asked. Linda admitted, "It made us reflect." But was it genuine? A local church group protested a queer event Silas organized remotely. Flyers decried moral decay. His parents attended a meeting torn. Robert confided, "I don't agree with everything, but you're my son." A breakthrough? Therapy continued, unearthing more. Parental fears of grandkids, societal status. Jordan's visit coincided with a family dinner. Tensions peaked when Uncle Tom crashed. "This lifestyle isn't natural," Jordan defended. "Love is love." The argument exploded, shouts, tears. Silas stormed out, Jordan following. "Worth it?" Silas asked. "Always," Jordan replied. Spring semester brought opportunities. An internship at a publishing house. Silas excelled, networking with queer authors. But news from home. Emily struggled, grades slipping without full support. She called Silas. "It's unfair. They babied me, now this." Silas empathized. "Maybe it's growth for all." Controversies swirled. A national debate on affirmative action included Silas's story as example. TV interviews followed. "Did your sexuality give you an edge?" Silas clarified. "No, my resilience did." Backlash, hate mail, online trolls. Jordan supported. "You're changing minds." Their relationship hit a rough patch. A fight over missed calls. "You're always busy," Jordan accused. "So are you," Silas shot back. Reconciliation came via heartfelt letters, old-school romance. "I choose you every day," Silas wrote. As summer neared, Silas reflected on growth. From mocked son to empowered young man. But family bonds frayed. A therapy session revealed, "We were wrong," Robert said. Tears flowed. Yet, doubts persisted. Convenience or change? Summer in Chicago felt like a crossroads for Silas, the heat mirroring the simmering tensions within his family. Back home for break, he balanced an online course from NYU and shifts at the bookstore, all while nurturing his long-distance relationship with Jordan. Jordan had landed a job in the city, allowing more time together. stolen evenings at jazz clubs, walks along the river. "This feels right," Jordan said one night, as they watched the skyline light up. But beneath the romance, Silas sensed undercurrents of uncertainty. The scholarship's impact rippled outward. Local media requested follow-ups. "How has the award changed your life?" Silas shared honestly. "It's given me independence, but healing family wounds takes time." Comment sections exploded with polarized views, supporters hailing him as a role model, detractors labeling it woke favoritism. One viral thread questioned, "Should scholarships prioritize identity over merit?" Silas engaged thoughtfully, but the toll mounted. At home, dynamics shifted subtly. Emily, now in her sophomore year, confided frustrations. "Parents are pushing me to apply for aid. Say it's fair." Silas nodded. "It is. I had to fight for mine." Their sibling bond strengthened, late-night talks revealing shared resentments. "I never realized how much they favored me," Emily admitted. "Because I'm normal?" The word hung heavy, sparking Silas's anger. Normal is subjective. Parental efforts at reconciliation varied. Linda joined a PFLAG meeting, returning with brochures. "I want to understand," she said. Robert grumbled but attended one session. "It's eye-opening." Yet old habits died hard. At a neighborhood block party, a neighbor quipped, "Heard about your son's big win. Special treatment." "Huh?" Robert defended weakly. "He earned it. Progress, but incomplete." Jordan's integration tested limits. Invited to a family barbecue, he faced scrutiny. Aunt Sarah welcomed him warmly, but Uncle Tom probed, "What do your parents think of all this?" Jordan replied, "They're supportive." Tom snorted, "Lucky you." Silas intervened. "Enough." The evening ended tensely, but Jordan whispered later, "I can handle it for you." Societal pressures amplified. A state bill proposing bans on LGBTQ+ education in schools ignited protests. Silas organized a local rally, speaking passionately, "We can't erase identities." Media coverage drew both praise and threats. His parents watched from afar, Linda calling, "Be safe." Robert added, "Proud in a way." Ambiguous words fueled Silas's internal conflict, genuine pride or damage control. The relationship with Jordan deepened amid challenges. A weekend trip to Michigan's dunes allowed escape, campfires, stargazing. "Where do we go from here?" Silas asked. Jordan smiled. "Together." But back in reality, Jordan's college applications loomed. "What if I don't get into NYU?" Fears voiced, reassurances given. High drama unfolded when Silas's story was featured in a national magazine. From rejection to triumph, a gay teen's journey. The article detailed family favoritism, quoting anonymous sources, likely Emily. Robert exploded. "This is betrayal." Silas stood ground. "It's truth." The fallout, relatives divided, some cutting ties. Uncle Tom disinvited them from his anniversary. Aunt Sarah called supportive. "He's outdated." Therapy intensified, family sessions raw. "We funded Emily because she fit our expectations," Linda confessed. Robert teared. "I was scared for you, Silas." Admissions brought catharsis, but trust rebuilt slowly. Emily apologized. "I benefited from the bias. Sorry." As fall approached, Silas prepared for sophomore year. An opportunity arose. Speaking at a queer youth conference. "Share your story," the invite read. Nervous, he accepted. Jordan coaching. "Own it." The conference was electric. Panels on intersectionality, workshops on resilience. Silas's speech moved the crowd. "Choices define us. Choosing love, authenticity." Applause thundered. Networking led to mentorships, book deal whispers. But backlash followed. A conservative pundit critiqued. Victimhood sells. Online harassment peaked. Doxing attempts. Jordan worried. "Pull back." Silas refused. "Can't hide." Home for a quick visit, tensions climaxed. Robert proposed. "Let's start fresh. Dinner, just us." At the table, honest talks flowed. We messed up, Robert said. Linda added, we love you. Silas probed, even with Jordan? Hesitation. Then, we're trying. Jordan joined, the evening surprisingly smooth. Laughter, stories shared. But Uncle Tom's surprise call disrupted. Heard you're accepting this now? Disgrace. Robert hung up. Our family, our rules. As Silas boarded the train back to NYU, hope flickered. Had the scholarship truly shaken foundations? Or was change superficial? Sophomore year at NYU plunged Silas into a whirlwind of academics and activism. His scholarship a constant reminder of battles won and ongoing. Literature seminars dissected themes of identity, mirroring his life. He volunteered at a queer hotline, listening to stories echoing his own rejection, resilience. Jordan, accepted to Columbia, moved to the city, their relationship flourishing in proximity. Cozy apartments, shared routines. This is our life, Silas said, contentment settling in. Yet, family ties tugged. Monthly visits home revealed incremental changes. Linda read books on LGBTQ plus parenting, quoting insights. Robert attended a Pride Ally workshop, awkwardly sharing, learned a lot. Emily, thriving independently, advocated, give them time. But skepticism lingered. Actions spoke louder. A major conflict arose when Silas announced co-authoring a book, Echoes of Silence, Queer Youth Narratives. The manuscript included his essay, family details veiled but recognizable. Parents reacted mixed, proud, but worried about privacy. Silas assured, it's anonymized. Publication loomed, stirring debates on vulnerability versus exploitation. Societal tempests raged. Supreme Court rulings on gay rights divided the nation. Silas joined amicus briefs through campus groups. Protests clashed with counter-demonstrations, police intervening. A brick through a community center window heightened fears. Jordan held him. We're stronger together. Thanksgiving redux tested progress. Jordan attended, conversations flowing easier. Uncle Tom absent, boycotted. Aunt Sarah toasted. To family evolution. But whispers from cousins? Is this for show? Silas wondered too. The book launched in spring, reviews praising its rawness. Interviews followed, NPR podcasts. How did family react? Hosts asked. Silas, they're adapting. Truth stretched. Robert's initial anger, exposing us? But sales donated to queer scholarships softened stances. High drama peaked at a family reunion. Relatives confronted. Your books caused rifts. Silas defended. It sparked conversations. Uncle Tom attended unexpectedly, cornering him. You've brainwashed them. Robert intervened. Enough, Tom. Silas is family. A turning point, Robert choosing son over brother. Jordan proposed a commitment ceremony, small and symbolic. Not marriage yet, but us. Silas agreed, joy overwhelming. Family invited. Attendance voluntary. Linda helped plan. Excited, Robert walked Silas down the aisle in their backyard. Vows exchanged. Through storms, I choose you. Post-ceremony, reflections deepened. Emily confided. Your win changed everything. Made them see inequality. But Silas pondered. Success-driven shift or heartfelt? As graduation neared, 2 years accelerated by credits. Silas eyed grad school, Jordan beside him. The scholarship's legacy. Not just funds, but catalyst. Years later, at a quiet dinner, Robert admitted, we were wrong. Your courage taught us. Tears, hugs, but scars remained. The story closes on Silas, successful author, advocate, partner. Yet, one question lingers. Was the family's transformation truly from the heart, or merely a response to his undeniable success?